All right. Welcome to yet another weekly Ultimate No Prep Challenge. That's when a crew of motley role players attempts to roleplay a randomly rolled setting and theme in a four-dimensional manner. Roleplay emphasis. I'm your host, Chris, aka Thanks Skeleton, and with me today is
I'm Leo Cloud, head of Countless Games. Glad to be here.
great, awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. We both know how this works. So, yeah, Leo, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20 that represents the tone or theme?
Okay. Time to roll a d20. Yeah. It's a 20. Oh my flipping god.
Political drama.
Uh,
Some sort of political drama. Okay, and I'm going to roll a.
oh, I thought I was doing the setting.
No, you're doing. I go backwards. I go
Okay,
right to
that's
left
good.
because the GM is the most exciting part. So then I do setting.
Oh.
17. Redwall, Root, Mouse Ritter, Watership Down, etc. So we're going to be playing mice. Okay, so we're going to be playing like mice people, anthropomorphic mice. It's not like it's less like a furry thing and more like
no, I didn't think it was a fully thing.
Okay, good. So
kind of like how Mickey Mouse is in the world with humans, and they're just like, "Hey, there's Mickey." Like, don't you consider these a mouse? No.
So it's let me actually, I can actually pull something up here. So basically, let's do this one. I'll do it like this. Damn. Give me one sec. So Redwall is kind of a book series that's set in a medieval fantasy world, but like the characters are like mice or rats or what have you. Here's some other examples of the kind of like the genre, which is like they're not like cartoons, and they're not kind of like realistic animals. Oops. It's kind of like in between. So that's the setting. Political drama in a Redwall world. Okay.
Mice are very social and, how do you say, altruistic creatures that go out of their way to help each other, and they would give each other food. And
yeah,
is that a thing in these mice or mices?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like they have a society and they can have like castles and like equipment. It's not supposed to be like a realistic mouse. It's like a anthropomorphic mouse, but not a cartoon mouse. So it's a little complicated setting. But now the exciting part, we're going to figure out who's the DM.
Okay.
I will take odds and you will take evens, and I'm going to go ahead and roll. Oh, it is an odd, so I am the GM.
I have a name for this set already.
You have a name for the
Squeaks.
Polly Squeaks?
Real Polly Squeaks. Like politics,
sure.
but real Polly Squeaks.
Okay, so we're gonna hit the important rule for
no comedy.
no comedy. So we need to take the roles. We need to take the world seriously. So we're going. I know, like you could roll some wacky shit in UnPC, but we're going to try our damnedest to take the mouse or what have you political drama seriously. But let's go ahead. I'm going to start making some notes here. Okay, so political drama in like a Redwall world. Do you have any preferences on what kind of animal you would want to be?
Does it have to be a mouse?
No, you could be like any other woodland creature or what have you.
Can I be an otter?
An otter, sure.
Okay.
So you want to have kind of like an aquatic theme, or you want to be like a river river pirate or something like that, or some
Well,
sort of river.
other than the huge river otters in the Amazon, which I guess are woodland creatures if you think about it, otters live by the sea.
Hmm.
So I guess I live by the coast.
Okay, so it's a kind of a coastal thing.
Yeah, well, I'm a coastal character, but I could be in somewhere else. I could be a pirate, or I don't know, just a
Okay.
or it a representation of a sea power. So,
Okay.
what if this isn't like an Indian-inspired setting? India isn't like the Indian subcontinent.
Sure. I could try that. I don't know really. I might not know enough to make it work, but we can definitely do that. So an Indian themed
Yeah.
or Indian inspired. What would show that?
You know how in like the 18th, 17th century, England had, or Europe in general, had a lot of sailors who came to India
Hmm.
and tried to sway Indian, I guess, politics in a way that would benefit their colonial expansion.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So like a Dutch East Indie type stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also the, what do you call the, yeah, that was the English one, or whatever they call the Dutch one, because the Dutch one was not.
Yeah. I forget what's that's called, but an analogous kind of like colonial corporatist empire sort of.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the part of that company, or you want to be fighting against it?
No, I want to be part of the, well, at least initially I'm part of that company, but my really allegiances are a mystery because this is
Okay.
a politics game.
Cool. All right. So you're an otter.
From across the sea,
From across the sea.
who comes on this boat with goods.
Um, are you a captain, or you do have some other role? You think?
I'm a captain. I'm kind of like you know, William Hastings. Oh, sorry, Edward Hastings.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is, but go ahead.
Edward Hastings was the Brit. No, not this guy. Okay. 1 second. Like, I want to know what I'm talking about. Hastings.
Okay.
Warren Hastings.
Warren Hastings.
Warren Hastings characters, who was the Governor General of the Bengal Presidency in India. He was sued for his misconduct in Calcutta.
Okay.
Just like a character, he's like an important figure in. So I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of sent by whatever the East India Trading Company, or whatever, let's call them the company. Yeah. I was sent by the company to represent their interests in this place,
Gotcha.
and giving me a good amount of autonomy and military power.
Okay.
And obviously trade, and I'm here to make sure the place makes money by any means necessary.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. The way we'll do this is, it's kind of what we're doing is we're going to be in another world, so it's going to be analogous to Britain and India. Like, it's not actually like India and Britain.
Yes.
I think what we're going to do is that the native denizens of this land will be birds. So I'm thinking kind of like tropical birds, and so there's going to be different groups of birds in this land. You are going to be an otter, and you've got a ship, and you come from a nation of otters, but like the analogous kind of like peoples of Europe are all kind of like woodland mammals. So it's like mice and foxes and stuff like that. That's kind of like Europe, and kind of like this continent is bird people.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay. So that's
and
the kind of
like this is not the post-apocalyptic world because of crazy genetic engineering.
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
basically it's like Redwall, but I'll show the image of Redwall again. But yeah, so you could actually kind of look up Redwall. Look up an image of Redwall. So it's not a cartoon animal. It's not like really anthropomorphic. It's not like a furry animal, but it's also not a realistic animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of easier to say what it isn't than rather what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty specific. It's let's see, what was it? It was there's the parable of the mice and the frogs. That's like an old Aesop thing where there's like these different groups and it's like they have a
Oh, there's a
subordination.
battle with a sword, load blocked.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, one part of it is that there is technology in this world. There's like weapons and kind of like technological differences. We're not going to worry too much about like appendages and holding swords and stuff. So like the birds.
They figured it out.
Perhaps-
They're
yeah,
smart.
there's
figured
something.
out too. Everybody has hands that can hold us stuff.
Yeah. So that's kind of the logic. Okay, cool.
Can I use AI for this?
For what?
So to like make my character avatar?
I would say, yeah, I guess so. That's the main thing is that we should be kind of focused on building up the character concepts rather than like the visuals. But anyway, okay, so you're an otter.
I'm Captain Waterswort.
Waterford.
Waterswort.
Waterswort.
I don't know. I just thought about it.
Captain Waterswort. Oops. Okay. Give me a couple moments. Got to figure out kind of how to do what I'm going to do.
What's my false name?
I don't know. You tell me.
Not Dawn, but if there's Dawn, that means there's a Hebrew culture in this, and that doesn't make sense.
Sure. Sure. I think we'll have to suspend our disbelief for that part. You can come up with some religion. I don't know. Or how
I don't know what religion they have, but it's not the same they have on the continent. There's some differences, but they don't talk about it because they're.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's say Smebel. Okay. Have a name. I do need to make this character. What stats? What am I good at? Yeah, divinity. No, shit.
Okay.
This guy does not like. Okay, I've got the character.
Okay. Keep on keeping on. Let me do a little bit more.
I'm done with the character essentially.
Cool. Let me. Let me generate some names real quick. Okay, what's the name of your ship? Do you have one?
Yeah, let's. I don't know. What I have a 7? Yeah, I have a 7. Captain of the. Gotta think of one. Something kind of on the nose.
That's fine. I'm doing some stuff on the nose too.
Okay.
God.
The sequester.
The sequester.
Oh, I get it. Sequester.
All right.
Yeah, but sequester means to legally appropriate.
Got it. Okay.
Sequestration is the temporary seizure or holding of disputed assets. Get it?
Got it. Okay. I've got all the names I need, I think.
Okay, so I'm not. There's no comedy, but some of it is tongue in cheek. That's okay.
Yeah, sure. The big thing is that like
Take it seriously.
it can be kind of it is all kind of ridiculous. There's like, but we don't want it to just be like a bunch of memes and like everything is a pun and nothing makes sense. We want it to be kind of like we are telling a story of like this kind of like captain in a colonial empire, and that's what we're trying to do. Okay, but I am basically done. I've got some notes here. Got you. So we lost him. What happened? We're having some technical difficulties at the moment. We'll try to get that squared away. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's show our many guests. We've got Ear Trumpet back again. Ear Trumpet saying that perhaps there should be more excitement when we roll a 20. Ear Trumpet, we don't do that here. The real excitement is what the 20 means. This isn't Critical Role. We don't scream loudly when we roll a 20. Yeah. Valor Blaster is maybe his computer is dying or something. But we'll find out, folks. We've got someone. All right. Technical difficulties resolved.
Yeah, sorry, my PC overheated and Europeans don't have air conditioning, so it is what it is.
Okay. Well, that is okay. You have disappeared from the camera.
Magic.
There you go. You're back.
Yeah, I just gotta set up my. Maybe this will help. Doubt it, but.
All right, guys, we're gonna wait a bit while we fix the computers.
Yeah.
Or attempt to remediate computer issues.
Okay, now I have a fan under my computer, which might do something, but who knows?
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really hot and I can't do anything about it. If it's annoying you, imagine how I feel. I gotta sleep.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I have no jealousy for the Europeans at the moment. Or really, I mean, most Americans too. I'm in Seattle and I'm like sitting pretty, honestly. All right. So let us go ahead and get started. I'll start us off. As the horn sounds on the dock as the sequester pulls forward, shouts from ashore as the seamen, mostly mice, otters, and a few woodpeckers crawl on ropes, binding the sequester to the docks. There's loud shouting as it pulls and steadies itself against the docks. The port city of Narad stretches forth.
I stand at the bow, head chest held high, chin up, look into the distance with a periscope in one hand, and say, "Men, we are to meet our destiny."
Your second in command, Arthur Willingsley, turns and raises a cutlass to the sky. There's cheers among the gathered sailors. Arthur says yes, and raises his cutlass, and then turns back to you.
Men,
orders.
Men, prepare to board. Port side.
Are we to disembark, sir, or shall we leave?
We are to dock at Port Naraz. We're to embark at Port Naraz, and we will expect a welcome greeting. Shall we not? We will deal with it as it comes.
Aye, aye. Arthur begins to wave his cutlass and give orders to some of the sailors. After a few moments, he turns to you and says, "Shall you lead this personally, sir, or shall we send out an advanced party? Narad is mostly pacified, so it depends on how cautious you are."
No, we shall go there. I shall go there by my person and set an example for all to come.
Arthur nods low and bows lowly to you. He says, "Of course, sir. Your courage has never been in doubt." The ladder onto the docks is pushed forward by two woodpeckers, and it clacks into place.
I follow the trail, saying to my men to come with me. Come forth.
The otter sailors march behind you onto the docks. The docks makes way. Before you lies the interior of the city of Narad. Their loud bird calls echo wildly against the clay buildings. You can see birds fluttering from building to building of all different types. The rich smells of this city strike your senses. Spices.
Oh, one can smell the cardamom. Imagine the money we can make selling this back at home port. Anyways, I march down the street triumphantly as I own the triumphantly chest up in the air with long strides, letting my saber sway with each step.
On either side of the boulevard, birds clutch their hatchlings and pull them inside doors out of fear. People give you a wide berth, or the birds give you a wide berth. Some are staring out at you out of windows. Suddenly, a door bursts open and a woodpecker bursts out. He falls to his knees on the street in a sign of supplication. In a broken form of your tongue, he says, "Please, I can speak. I can speak your language. I can speak our tongue. I could be an interpreter to you."
Very well. We might need another set of ears.
I simply ask for 10 silver at the end of the month.
If you will prove yourself, you can earn much more than 10 silver. Come now.
Please, thank you. The woodpecker bows deeply, and then rises, still kind of a crouched posture, as if to make himself small. He says, "My name is Balaji. I shall aid you in any way you see fit, O Lord."
Do not call me O Lord.
I did not mean to offend. I am sorry. Please tell me, how should I speak to you?
Eminence.
Eminence.
I am the first of equals, the eminent of the trading company.
I understand, he says haltingly. I will serve you.
I keep walking straight to the largest building visible, which must be the castle where the royalty where the royalty was told to me they are.
You walking closer to the castle, you see the blue and gold banners of your nation, the nation of otters, flung across the battlements. People are coming and going, including a few otters entering in the large double doors. You can see that there are a couple birds in and out, but it seems that this castle belongs to the otters.
I walk inside like I own the place, since, well, I technically do. And make way quickly to the head office.
Pushing your way through several doors in close quarters, you make your way to the main office, the former throne room. Several cots have been set up, and wounded otter soldiers are lying in them. Off in the corner, an administrator otter and a mouse speak to one another, and there's also a macaw in his white religious fineries. The otter administrator sees you approach and says, "Ah, yes, Captain Watersworth. Thank you. We have set up a forward operating base here. There was not much resistance, but to travel into the interior now, that is where you come in. Would you like to take command?"
I would. However, I am quite certain that this matter can be resolved entirely through negotiations. These foreigners, though odd as they may be, they will recognize force as all men do in all times and places.
I agree to an extent. The otter looks nervously over to the two thrones in this chamber, the rich upholstery stained with blood. We are there are some that seek to resist, but I'm certain that they'll see the light. We have a local religious leader here that is preaching peace to the natives. This will help us out. But yes, negotiations, sir.
Very well. I shall see the princes in this discussion, and we shall make a deal that is amicable to both sides.
Yes, of course. We have two of the royal family here. They are currently under house arrest. Shall I take you to them?
Yes, indeed.
The otter, he turns back and says, "My name is Richard, by the way. I shall lead you." He pushes through a doorway into a long hallway with multicolored silk curtains on each side, passing through several otter guards with cutlasses sit on benches in front of grand double doors. He says, "Yes, the prince's chamber is right here." He pulls it open and reveals a vast chamber. Inside, standing on a platform, looking at what look to be glass vases on a table, there is a richly red-colored toucan with a rainbow beak. He turns disinterestedly as you enter. He says, "Are you here to threaten me?"
I keep striding until I'm face to face with the toucan and say to him, "No, as far as you are not here to, as far as you are here to be amicable."
He tilts his head and stares at you from his eye. He says, "Your people have a strange notion of amicability. Please, release my sister."
I would not be able to do that, as I could not guarantee her safety should that happen, and her safety is my prime concern.
You hold her here against her will. He gestures towards the otter that brought you in. He says, "This sick man."
Come now, I'm only doing what is needed and what is just.
He sighs and steps away from the table and sits down on a low stool, looking at you. He says, I am willing to talk as long as the release of myself and my sister is part of the deal."
There is no part of the deal for your release. That has not to do with me. It might be a strange concept, but the rule of law is independent of wanting of your relationship with me. I do not make the laws, I follow them.
He looks at you confused and says, "Then what is there to talk about if you cannot offer me anything, and only the law can offer me anything? You otters speak of law too much. There's always a ruler."
The ruler cannot do as he wishes. That is the cornerstone of our society. We are a nation of laws, not a nation of men. Otters.
He points his beak up to the sky and asks, "Then what crime have I committed?" The otter behind you, Richard, the administrator, says, he ordered his men to attack the otter soldiers when they came aground. They were routed.
I will ask you this: should you, in your case, should the king in your land attack the lowest peasant, would the peasant be able to sue the crown?
No.
In our land, yes.
He sighs and folds his wings and says, "So what is next? You say that the law will not grant me my freedom. What can the law grant me?"
The law can grant you what you deserve. However, the condition of your house is something I can grant you.
He looks around his chamber. He says, "What do you mean?"
The prosperity of your people and your house is completely at your hands. They shall feast. Due to you, or they shall famine, or they shall endure famine, depending on how you do. Since no man is owed a living, and every man has to work for his supper, it's only fit that your people will need to work.
He says, "So we are to be workers for you?"
No, you shall engage in trade and take your efforts and find somebody with efforts equal to yours, and trade and exchange goods for goods.
Mm.
And thus we shall all grow richer.
He says, "I want my freedom. I want out of this cell. How much gold and silver would it take for me to earn my freedom?"
That is not. No amount of gold in the world can earn you your freedom. Which amount of gold can give back the lives of the soldiers you caused harm?
He walks backwards towards a small reflecting pool filled with crystal water, and he stares into it. And he says, "What do you want from me?"
Well, you still have some of your freedom. You are still the ruler of this land and still responsible for its people. You know, there's no reason that they should not have they should suffer and not live to the best of their abilities. Let's discuss and find amicable terms for both of our people so that we may prosper together.
I am your prisoner. I'm discussing now. So what do you want me to do after the discussion?
I go to the clerk and look at the show me the papers, show me what needs to be done. I look through them. Saying what's the manifest of cargo, what items we need, etc.
The clerk says, shall we retreat briefly into this stateroom so we might discuss?
I shall be back with you at a moment. Do not go anywhere.
In the small adjoining room, the Queen's chambers, apparently. The clerk Richard lays out several maps and diagrams, lists. He says, "You see, the area right around Narad is relatively rich agriculturally. There are many banana plantations, although they are not currently run well because they're being run in the manner of the native people here." He gestures and says, at the very least, the city of Narad can become a prosperous trade port. But I feel that this could be a stepping stone deeper into the interior. So the largest thing that we need as a nation is to set this place up as a trading port, food, water, supplies, recreation for the sailors, and to create a pineapple plantation. Those are two directives from the nation, but really, as owner, you should your own decisions and your own seeking of opportunities matters much as well.
Yeah, we make this a port. If this will be a port, then all of the agriculture would follow. We just need a way to get our people to run the farms so they'd be more efficient.
He nods.
To do that, we would need land.
The very few efforts we've made to pacify the natives or to gather foodstuffs to do an impromptu tax, if you will, have failed. Several religious leaders have prevented it, and in general, the population do not follow us yet.
Have an idea. It's crazy enough, right? But it might work.
Of course, sir. He stands at attention.
I go back into the room and I look at the prince. Hello?
The prince turns away from the reflecting pool and he says, "Yes."
I feel only fair that I would advise you of your condition as it is now.
He says, "What is it other than a jailed prisoner?"
Well, as it is in our system of law, recompense is a mitigating factor. Recompense being feeling of remorse, being sorry, and generally asking for forgiveness from a higher power.
You want me to pray to your God? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I am telling you that were you to seek forgiveness in a manner of religiosity that we understand, that would greatly increase the sympathy the law would have towards you and make it much easier for you to have a lenient sentence, such as house arrest.
He says, a humiliation in one of your churches. Do you promise me anything?
Well, I cannot promise you anything. However, I am quite well versed in our laws. I am a barrister by training. Barrister is somebody who steps in front of the bar in court and speaks for the court on matters of justice. And I can tell you with certainty, knowing the law and judges, that this act of humility would make you quite sympathetic in the eyes of the law.
The prince stares, and he says, "I will do your ritual if you grant me and my sister free passage out of the city." He pulls on to the small gold circlet on his head, and he says, "I can give you this too. A symbol of office."
Yes, on condition that you do it in public, in the church, as part of your, how do we say, contrition, excuse me.
So I apologize for spilling the blood of your men, and then me and my sister are granted safe passage out.
Correct. Legally, the trial could be immediately after.
Bring your judge, and we will do the trial forthwith. Let him pass judgment on me if you say that it will be favorable. But I want my sister there as well.
That is no issue. Now, so it is attended tomorrow at morning. We will see then.
I cannot move freely here, so your guards will presumably take me there as needed.
Yes. Well, they could help you get there.
The prince turns and looks down back at the reflecting pool.
I retreat to my chambers.
What's his name? Richard, the clerk, guides you through several chambers to the former office of the Grand Vizier. A luxurious bed of silk lies there, and he opens the door to the chamber. Cool air wafts in from the sides. There is a large bowl of fruit on the table. He says, "Your dwelling, sir. I hope that it is to your liking. It is got enough soft surfaces. If you need paper, if you need anything at all, ask the doorman and he will fetch it for you.
Paper and ink, always.
Paper and ink." Richard nods and nods deeply and closes the door behind him.
Now, if you excuse me, I must acclaim to solid land.
The door clicks shut. As it closes, you see a small peek of the interpreter, Balaji, look at you and simply sit down in the hallway.
Balaji?
He speaks under the door. Yes, Your Eminence, first of equals.
Yeah, you can get out. Like, you can come here. There is no issue.
If I leave, they may not let me back in.
No, that's fine. They've seen you with me. They know what to do. You can come inside.
Okay. Very well. Do you? I will sleep nearby.
Actually, you can sleep on the silk bed.
Sir, in your Eminence, first of equals, in this bed?
Well, I will need to sleep on the floor in order to acclimate to dry land. It is the most efficient way to get this dizziness out of my head.
You hear the fear in his voice from underneath the shut door. He says, "Is this your true wish? Is this not a trick, sir?"
I'm not going to sleep in it, so I don't care.
Oh, very well. He slowly slides open the door and tries to make himself small and says, "Yes, I shall sleep in this bed." He immediately walks over to the bed and lays down on it. His wings spread out and closes his eyes, clearly not sleeping.
Balaji, may I ask you something?
His eyes flicker open. He says, "Yes, Your Eminence, first of equals."
I lay on the floor, reclining on one hand, fixing my back, letting my head stop spinning, and say, "Doesn't it strike you odd that in this land a prince might kill a peasant and suffer no consequence?"
He stares at the ceiling for a full 5 seconds and says, it is not strange at all. There are cruel kings and there are just kings, but all wield the sword of divine justice freely in our lands. Is it not true over the ocean?
No. The previous king of Oteria was sued by a commoner for destroying his lands. Now he failed because there was no grounds to his case. But it was
he put to death?
No. He was in great debt from the barrister, but no, he was let go and continue this life?
The woodpecker on the bed is deeply confused and shuts his beak tightly.
I don't see how not. I mean, that's just how we do things.
I do not understand, but I
Well,
will follow you gladly, Your Eminence, first of equals.
well, when your God made people, he made them the same, didn't he?
The woodpecker's eyes bulge, and he says, "No,
No.
there are you. It is the natural order that there are the toucans, and the toucans guide the kingfishers and the woodpeckers, and the macaws speak to the gods. This is they were all made in the form that they might serve society in the best way."
But in practice, there's no difference. I mean, what a woodpecker can do, a toucan can do, and a macaw can do. There's nothing you can do that somebody else can't do. And the other way,
I've not seen that with my own eyes.
what's stopping it?
Social check.
I actually have a 60 social, so
Do it.
26 pass.
He says, I understand. I see. He looks thoughtful as he stares at the ceiling and says, I suppose it has always been in the back of my head that the toucans are not so different than myself. But is it true that there in the land of the otters?
What?
That all the peoples are treated equally, and there's no difference
Before the law. There will always be differences between animals according to animals. In fact, no man is equal to himself on any given day. Yet before the law, they stand the same.
He nods. And he says, do you wish me to sleep?
I don't care, but I do need to sleep.
He immediately shuts his eyes and falls silent. The murmuring of bird calls slowly dies down, and the sun sets over the horizon. A deep and muggy, moist heat replaces the cool breeze, and the night continues. Captain, a loud slamming on the door to your chambers. You awaken darkness. You hear the sounds of the city outside, but it is the middle of the night. Boom, boom, boom. Sir!
Get up, open the door. What is it?
It is Arthur, your second in command on the ship. He says, "There's been an attack."
What? By whom? Where? How many men?
We don't know. This is they've come. They've burned parts of the city. Yeah, they hide their faces, but I think they're kingfishers.
Kingfishers. Balaji,
Balaji springs out of
who
bed.
are the kingfishers? Tell me now.
They are the most loyal servants of the toucans. He stares at the ceiling, trying to remember. I believe that they are. You would call them in your tongue knights.
I see. Shit. Gather the men. We shall gather the men. We shall root this attack out.
Arthur stands at attention and salutes, sir. There's a large commotion out in the halls of the castle. You can hear distant horns being sounded, and there's a hustle and bustle of otters, mostly otters, some mice gathering equipment and putting on armor.
Okay, I arm myself, saber, musket, pistol, hat, examine the men. Ready?
The motley assemblage of otters line up. Some of them still adjusting their armor straps. You have around 20 of them stand at attention. Sir!
Ring the bells. Notify any bird that is flying that they will be shot.
Sir! A soldier runs off to the distance to the bell tower of the castle. The rest stand at attention.
I look at Arthur. Arthur, make sure to light the bonfires to the sky, illuminate any bird that is flying, and inform the populace that anyone who takes flight will be met with scatter shot.
Sir, Arthur takes two men and they rush off to the bonfire tower. Logs and sticks piled high in a large kiln in the castle. The torches are passed and the bonfire is lit.
I say, send squads to patrol each street, no smaller than 5 men each.
The 15 or so men look at each other and form groups of 5 and say, sir, yes. They briefly name different streets. I take the east, you take the west. And they turn to march off.
I rush to the room where the prince and the princess are held.
Side by side, the prince's chamber where the king's chamber where the prince is being held, and the princess's room both have guards standing by. They say, "Sir,
are the prisoners there?"
The guards look at each other and they say, "It should be secure." And they open up each door in turn and enter. Dressed in evening clothes, the princess Toucan lays on a bed, fear in her eyes. The prince too, somehow a defiant look in his chamber, staring out, his wings crossed. He says, "So what is it now? Do the people seem angry?"
No, but there is an attack of kingfishers. Do you have any knowledge of this?
They come from the interior. The few that were under my command left and joined the jungle.
Oh, so they left you?
He nods.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to hear that.
I commanded them to serve the people. When the otters attacked, there were 4 of them that died.
How many of them are left?
He begins to count on his wing feathers. There were 30 strong men with a small group of woodpecker servants to service them.
Can you call them off?
He closes his arms. He says, "Do I have the authority? I'm a mere prisoner here."
Call them off. The previous conditions still stand. If you do, you can leave with most of the riches of the castle and the servants.
He says, "Your terms are acceptable. He says, I shall command them to stand down. Where is it to happen?"
Come with me to the bonfire tower.
Okay. He turns and follows you to the bonfire tower.
I just stand there and I just walk up there with him, look outside and say, they can hear you. Just tell them to stand down. And
The bonfire tower's tall eminence or tall spire. There is a small spot in between the crenulations. The prince raises his wings and is silhouetted by the large signal bonfire, and he begins to speak in his native tongue. Balaji, by your side, translates for you. He orders the kingfishers to lay down their arms and leave, and that the otters are supremely powerful, and now is not the time to fight.
I just wait there until I see the soldiers return back.
He speaks again and repeats his proclamation in the same words. Throughout the city, you can see that there are fires starting throughout it, and there are bird calls of fear and terror. You also hear the sounds of battle, but that's in several streets away.
Why are they listening to you?
He says, I am their king. They shall listen. And he says, Lay down your arms. Now is not the time. He repeats the same message in his tongue.
And just look outside, seeing the fire, seeing if there's any signs of battle. But
you can see that the fires remain lit. There are some buildings on fire. The thatch roof huts crackling and burning. The sounds of battle fade.
so they listen to you.
He says, he looks out and says, "They must listen to me. I am their divinely chosen ruler, and the Kingfishers have been honor bound to serve me. So they must listen to me." You can tell that he's not sure.
Well, they might have converted to a new religion in the past few days.
He turns and he says, I have told them what to do. And he gestures out to the city and he says, and they have. You could hear the sounds of war have ended.
Yeah, look at the guards. Take him back to his palace. Get ready for your contrition. Tomorrow, if they don't put down their arms, deal is not coming through.
What? You told me to do this, and that you would offer me the riches.
Yeah, if it worked.
What? He looks frustrated as to armed otters drag him back to.
If it worked, if it didn't work, what's the freaking point?
You speak so much of law, but you go back on your word.
This is the law. This is the law.
He spits into the hallway.
Spoiled for that. I walk to the main hall and I ask Bubsy, in your land, if somebody promises to do something and it does not cause the result it was promised for, is the contract, I mean, the promise, still binding legally?
He looks confusedly at you and says, you ask me if the way the promises work here, social.
Yeah. Failed.
Your eminence, first of equals. I tell you that the way you describe is right, and if the promise does not have the effect, the deal has no effect.
Okay.
So you, in your great wisdom, you have seen the truth, and that is the way that is just and fair.
I hope so. I hope so. Either way, I don't have to follow it if I don't. I laugh and giggle as. I walk to the.
Balashi starts to laugh as well.
I walk to the main hall. Look for the main hall and see if any of the soldiers from the garrison have returned.
Two groups of 5 have come back, but one of them is a group of 4. The group of 4 looks battered. The commander of that group turns to you and he says, "Yes, my lord, we have done it as you asked. We faced combat amongst the Kingfishers. Our men fought bravely, and one of them was killed."
Understood? Understood. The enemy have been repelled.
He turns expectantly at the third group of 5 that is now missing. Behind you, Arthur speaks up. He says, "Sir, 15 were sent out, and only 9 have returned. One confirmed dead. One squad is still missing.
Send a search party."
Aye, sir. He gestures towards the 5 undamaged soldiers, and he says, "I shall lead them for you myself, sir." And
Very good.
He takes his cutlass out and marches out into the streets.
So-
The wounded generals, the wounded soldiers sit down onto the ground, exhausted.
Soldiers, summary of what happened.
The kingfishers, they burst from the jungle. Some of them appeared from inside the buildings, the homes of the citizens here, and they fell upon us with sharp daggers, sharp curved daggers. Naturally, our armor deflected it, but Nevis was caught underneath the armpit by 2 of them, and he bled out. We killed 5 of their men. Their bodies litter the east side of the city.
Very well. Tell me, when the prince told them to stand down, did they heed his word?
When the great booming voice of the prince hit us, we were locked in battle with them. They fled, but I think that is because we're killing them.
Possible.
If that is my honest opinion, sir.
Very well. I see. I just stand there and wait for updates from the field of battle.
The evening progresses. In 30 minutes, the far on the horizon, the first fingers of the dawn. In walks Arthur with the soldiers. He says, he falls to one knee in front of you and says, "Captain, in my great regret, one of the group of 5 were found dead within the city."
I see. The sacrifice will not be in vain.
No, sir. We have collected the bodies of all the enemies, all the allies, and all the civilians. In total, 6 of our men died, 12 of theirs, and 5 civilians.
Unfortunate.
He keeps his eyes low, not meeting your eyes.
Very well. They are to be compensated. Their families are to be sent 10 years worth of pay, and 10 years worth of pay, and they shall have a funeral tomorrow.
He says, "Sir, the soldiers leave for the nearby barracks."
I go to sleep.
Balaji follows you to his room, follows you to your room and lays out on the bed again.
I'll just fall asleep.
All right. You are greeted by the soft yellow glow of morning. You hear bird song in the distance, melodic and beautiful.
I go wash myself. Taking part of the, sweat, the smell, trying to get rid of the heat. I very much feel at home in water.
Balaji pops out of your bed as soon as you move. He says, "Do you wish me to change the basin? Do you wish me to fetch you food?"
No, I have
Your
somebody
Eminence.
for that. I have
Your
somebody
Eminence.
for that. I have somebody for that. Don't do anything.
Your Eminence, first of equals. He repeats your title again and again.
You can just call me Captain.
Captain.
I get up, finish my morning routine, go to the prince and princess's room. Knock, knock.
The guard to your left looks and says, "Yes, sir." The guard opens the door for you.
Prince?
The prince dressed is sitting on a small cushion, a low stool, looking at you expectantly, and he says, "Yes."
It is time for us to go to the church.
He rises to his feet. He says, "So, if I am to do this, if I'm to prostrate myself before your God, you offer me and my sister safe passage out, the treasures of the castle."
That
And
is
my
to
servants.
be determined by the court.
He crosses his arms. He says, "You do not keep your promises?"
I will represent you in the court.
I don't know what that means. This seems like a ritual that will have whatever result you want.
No, there are laws. They are written. They are not up for interpretation beyond for personal advantage. There are many of them. They are immutable, set in stone.
Mm.
I cannot explain this any further.
He takes the gold circlet off his head and walks over to you and somewhat roughly shoves it on top of yours. He says, "Oh, well, I grant you kingship. This is what you want, right? Well, in this land, you could grant me a pardon."
I could, if it comes to it.
So do it. You're the king. You're the king of this city. That is what you desire, is it not? So grant me the pardon, and I might leave.
After you perform the ritual, I will.
Good. That is a promise. He reaches over to your head and pulls the circlet off of your head and fits it on top of his own. He says, I shall travel. I think it best that I travel with my sister so that my humiliation is more delicious for you and your people as I prostrate myself."
Contrition, but yes.
He dresses. He turns and he begins to dress himself in what look like his finest clothes, ceremonial orange sashes, and he says, "Do I have permission to speak to my sister? May I leave this room and go to hers?"
Oh, you didn't need to ask. You could have done that.
What? The guards would not let me leave.
Oh, well, if I'm here, they could. So yeah, go ahead and do it.
He immediately steps out the door and walks over to the sister's chamber and pushes the door. They begin to speak. He begins to speak rapidly in his language. She cries and she hugs him. They speak for approximately 5 minutes in their own language.
Babsy, what are they saying?
He is saying that the ritual will let them free, and that they can flee into the interior, and they will be safe. He says that they give up the crown, but they are still of royal blood.
Yeah, fine.
He the prince turns to you and says, "We are ready."
Let us go.
He walks the guards, flanked by otter guards, and out into the summer day. Arthur pops out from behind a pillar and says, "Yes, the chapel that has been set up is over here. It was damaged last night, but it still stands thanks to the brave work of our soldiers."
Very good. Open it to the public.
Yes, my lord. Yes, your eminence. And around the chapel, large crowds of birds of many types are looking expectantly. There are the blue banners of the otter. There are the holy symbols of your faith. Balaji points to one of the holy symbols and says, "Please, my captain, if you might tell me the meaning of that one."
It represents the great creator.
Oh, the great creator.
Who made us in his image.
Oh, he looks like you.
No, he looks like everyone. Well, we look like him. We don't look. He doesn't look like anything. No, it doesn't look that way. So,
I understand. He clearly does not.
It's okay. I don't understand.
The deacon, a mouse, steps out from the church, dressed in the black ceremonial robes. He says, "Yes, and today we have the great eminence, Captain Waterswort." He bows to you, and there is a smattering of applause from the crowd, some cheers. He says, "And behind them, the prince and the princess. They have come to take the first step." The deacon takes a step backwards towards a small altar that has been moved out. The prince steps forward and kneels at the deacon's insistence. He speaks in the tongue of the otters. He says, "I am deeply sorry for the death of the otters 5 days ago.
Babsy, please translate."
Say again. Sorry.
Babji, please translate to the local language.
Balaji steps and begins to shout at the top of his lungs the translation. In that tongue. The king continues to speak. He more or less repeats that all life is sacred. He begins to honestly prattle on a little bit. He's just kind of like saying that his apologies are deep and powerful, and he acknowledges that the great creator is a great god, and he hopes that the great creator will forgive him. His sister, standing off to the side, looks at him, not understanding.
I look at him and do a nod, scratch the circle on my head, and look at him, and I'm like,
after a couple minutes, he very obviously looks over at you and looks for your expression. Like, he takes off the circlet and places it on the altar.
I walk to the altar, not touching the circlet, and say, as a reminder, the creator made all animals in their image, and as such are equal.
Mm-hmm.
I, as the first among equals, have been stewarded with the responsibility of maintaining the natural order as by right given us by our creator to uphold the rights of each living soul.
Balaji haltingly translates and says things in his tongue.
I grab the crown and put it on my head and say, my first proclamation as steward of the port of Narad is to pardon the prince for his misdeeds.
Balaji translates. There is some cheers amongst the crowd, but most remain silent.
My second act as a steward of Nadarad is to abolish the caste system entirely. From now on, each soul shall be progress according to its merits.
Speech hard. So minus 20 or plus 20 to the minus 20 to your
social?
skill. Yeah, social.
1 second. I need to make sure my computer is giving me pain. Yeah, it's fine. 57. 16. No, doesn't make it.
There is Balaji translates that part, and there's a great outburst of chatter in the crowd of birds. You see birds staring at each other in the crowd. Birds kind of like asking each other something in their tongue. The contortions of the crowd indicate confusion.
I look at them and I try to say in their tongue, all equal. Say that.
Balaji looks over at you and repeats, "Zando Wala." The confusion remains as the birds speak to one another.
I just say, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
The crowd, Balaji repeats, and the crowd begins to disperse. The prince says, looks to you and says, you have upheld your word. Now it is the time for me to gather my servants from the palace and to leave this city. I wish your eminence the best rulership.
Oh, you can gather your servants. They're free to do as they please, but you can't take anything else. The manor is indebted to us.
The man.
You didn't know that?
You promised me the wealth of my castle, the treasure room.
Yeah, and the treasure room is in debt. You got an asset that's owed to someone. You didn't know that?
The prince looks at you and turns his head his so he can stare you right in the eye. You see the pupil of his eye tighten in rage and anger, but then soften. He says, "Your Eminence, I shall gather my servants, and I shall leave this place forever. I wish your rulership of this place a long and great history." He turns to his sister and says something like, "Let's go." Balaji whispers what he said. He begins to walk back to the castle, flanked by otters.
I keep an eye on him as I go back to my my chambers and call for Arthur. Arthur.
All right. The hustle and bustle of woodpecker servants bringing small sacks of what looks like food stuff and a litter to ride upon for the prince. They are leaving the. They are exiting the castle. Arthur pops into your office. He says, "Sir, you requested me."
Who is the judge magistrate of Narad?
The judge magistrate. Well, that is, of course, Richard. He is the administrator and the judge.
I'm going to have to commission him with a report on the common laws of this kingdom. And so that happened. All laws here repulsive to the Constitution of Oteria are to be appealed immediately. Especially ones limiting circumstances to caste.
Arthur says, I shall fetch him for you.
Good.
That you might speak directly to him. Richard, after a brief moment, Richard walks in. The administrator says, Your Eminence, how may I help you?
Richard, you studied law at which inn again?
I studied at the Haverbrook College.
Oh, so did I.
Sir, I did not know that.
Who was your master?
That, of course, was Wilson Magson.
Wilson Magson was in the same class as I.
Sir, yes, I can only presume that brilliance followed that class.
It
And
was one hell of a class. Did they tell
Yes.
did they tell you that I beat him at moot 9 out of 10 times?
I would believe it, sir. I've seen your mastery at work, and to be honest, Wilson Magson was never much of a moot player.
Moot. No, that's a moot court. You know, the thing you do where you pretend to be in a court against each other.
Yes, I remember the game, he says.
Very well. Either way, I am to commission you with making a summary of the laws of this land, and any law they have that is repulsive to ours is to be uptoned. Furthermore, this is especially true to any law having to do with cast, not station, cast.
Sir, yes. We can make the announcement.
Well,
One
make the
issue-
report before you have the announcement.
Yes. So you wish to know all the laws that govern the case system here.
Not all the laws. That would be insane. That would take me a lifetime. But most just the major ones to do with, property, crime, contract, inheritance, land.
Yes, I have someone that can help. You have an interpreter, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Richard ducks out for just a moment and comes back with a macaw in the white ceremonial robes of the bird religion. You shall meet Sadhu, a cleric of the feathered path. He speaks to the people and tells them the ways and how they should follow. That is what passes for law here.
No, that doesn't. Yeah, but that doesn't pass for law for us. So the first thing Sadhu needs to do is to write down all the laws on paper. If it's not written down, it's not law. That's
Arthur says, "Okay, I shall pair him with an interpreter, and we shall write down the commandments of their religion as it relates to caste. We shall do that. We shall begin immediately."
very good.
He grabs Sadhu, and he gestures for another woodpecker walking the walls. He says, "We shall have this. We shall have the basics by this evening, Your Eminence."
Very good.
First of equals. Arthur, are there any other commands you wish to give? Shall we seek the kingfishers? Do you wish to attend the funerals yourself, sir?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I will have to give a speech to the men.
Shall I assemble a squad to seek to search the jungle for where the kingfishers are?
No, not yet. Do not pursue them into the jungle. That is where they have the advantage. Instead, bolster the defenses. Send for new recruits, and work on telling the local population to aid us next time it happens.
He nods and says, "Yes, I shall guide you to the. I shall guide you to the funerals. They are being held upon the sequester."
Yes, a burial at sea. I go to the ship.
Yep. The sequester is set up with many caskets and the many sailors standing around at attention.
I go there, just held high, looking up in the air, and say, "Men, today we are here to honor the valiant sacrifice of these noble souls who have done the ultimate honor. They have put themselves, with their own body, the only one they have, between the horrors of savagery and their beloved homeland."
There are nods. The otter sailors hold their hats in their hands. It's a somber tone. Arthur says, "Sir, look! Out in the bay, a schooner of bird make is ducking into the harbor. You can see birds walking around on the top."
Is that a trading ship?
I believe that they're from another city.
I take the periscope that's always in my pocket and try to look at them.
Walking amongst the deck, you see many woodpecker sailors. Three macaws stand at the top of the deck in conversation, gesturing out towards your ship. You can see barrels of goods lining the top deck.
Trade ship. Do not attack.
Do not attack! Arthur shouts out.
I continue the funeral and say, "Men, as long as we remember and continue the valiant tradition these men have given their lives for, their deaths will not be in vain, and their lives will have meaning." And as they do that, I let the casket out to sea, giving them a burial at sea.
There's murmuring amongst the otters in assent and prayer as the dead otters are laid to rest.
I stand at a moment of silence.
And the trade ship begins to enter the harbor, and from beneath the hold, the woodpecker workers are joined by kingfishers, also carrying bags.
Kingfishers? Well, not all kingfishers are knights. I say to Arthur, "Keep an eye on them."
Hey, he nods. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna call it there. I know that's kind of like a cliffhanger. We don't know what's gonna happen with the trade ship. We don't know what's gonna happen with the.
Well, otters, and we're at sea. We'll be okay.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Also, my headset is kind of dying, so I wanted to kind of like end 10 minutes early, but we can still talk a little bit about it. So, what do you think? How's that?
Well, politics in this case meant the actual work of being a politician and doing all the shit you need to do. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's just Game of Thrones on the team, but it's like. It says Game of Thrones on the team, but.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the Game of Thrones character would do when they're not in the episode. So I mean, like, yeah, but
Yeah, I had a hard time. I had the idea of like having the captured prince and princess, and then having kind of like outside groups in the interior, and like having the knights and stuff like that. And I also, I think I wanted to make it very hard on you. Like I didn't want it to just be like, okay, you're in charge now. Congrats. Like I wanted like, okay, there's this case system. There's these people that are resisting, all that stuff. So hopefully that was fun and interesting.
It was interesting. My favorite part was talking to Bubsy, like, hey, bro,
Yeah.
what gives?
I thought that part was really fun too, because it was kind of like the philosophical part of
Don't
kind
you
of
think
like,
it's a bit weird that you're just divided by case? And it's like,
yeah,
nah.
yeah,
Like, yeah. It's like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I also, yeah, I think that worked pretty well. I also think that like one thing I wanted to do is that like I wanted the skill rolls to actually mean something. So for like you succeeded on that skill roll with Balaji, or did you fail? I forgot.
I succeeded the first one, and then I just couldn't, for the life of me, get them to explain to me how contracts work in this place. Because
Okay, yeah. So like what I was trying to do is I was trying to make that impactful. So in the first one, like he's now a non-believer in the case system. So like that conversation had a big effect on him. And in the second one, he like couldn't. He wouldn't be honest with you because he's just like, you're so smart. You're like, whatever you say, boss. Like that's he was kind of like being too being too toady-ish.
yeah,
So that's kind of like he was too fearful. He was like, I better not piss this guy off and disagree with him.
yeah. And the third skill check was me giving a speech to tell them, hey, knock it off with the case system. It's stupid. And they
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. they didn't buy that immediately.
No, and it would be very difficult for them to do it. It's like, no, I deserve to eat shit. I eat shit and I like it.
Yeah, because I mean, because I like, like I said, I always try to make like the skill rolls very impactful. Kind of like created a group of people that are like, yeah, you're right. We've always said this. Like we've always whispered it in like certain
we
rooms.
always
So, like,
thought it, but we never said it. But yeah. You got the point.
No, but instead they're like, wow, this guy's fucking crazy. I don't get
who
it.
the hell is this Johnny Foreigner coming here and telling us to do away with the case system? Like, what the?
It's a mad king or something.
It's Mad King that wants equality. What the hell?
Yeah, I think okay. I always kind of like when I think of the favorite parts. It's always like I really liked how I did that, but I thought the part with the circlet and the crown, I thought that was pretty cool. Like introducing the crown, you have the crown, I have the crown, blah blah blah. Like I thought that was.
Oh, the little walk around of look, I might be guilty, but you can pardon me if you're the king. And I'm like, well, you can. Well, why can't I pardon myself? That's not how we do things. So part of it was actually having to explain to him, look, it doesn't matter if you're the king or not. You can't just break the law. Which he was like, the law applies to me. What?
Yeah.
My favorite part was like, yeah, if you do this, you can get the deed to this place. Okay.
Yeah.
This place isn't that. Like, you owe me money now.
Yeah, that's like very historically accurate. The sorts of stuff that they would.
Well, that is legally accurate because if you own a property and it's like has debt now, okay, fine, you have the debt, and like, can I get rid of it? No. Which is why you always have to check what do you call it? So I forgot how you say this in English. All of the debts owed on a certain property in the deed when you get it, because if you get it and there's debt on it, now fantastic, man. You got a place that's worth like, I don't know, 500,000, and it has a deed on it on the deed there's like a debt of 600,000. Oops.
Yeah,
that does happen.
That part reminded me, like, I don't really know about the colonization of India and all that sort of stuff. I do know a little bit about Japan, and a lot of times they had like the free port system where it's like they have these leases and they extract these fees and they extract these tariffs and they do all this stuff where it's kind of like, we're not declaring war on you, but like you need to pay us this right now for this reason, and it's legal and it's all that. So I was very reminded of that part.
Yeah, mercantilism.
Yeah.
I just
yes,
love that
exactly.
bit. It's like, yeah, you can take this. Oh, great. Yeah, now you owe me money.
Gotcha.
What do you mean you owe me money?
Yeah. So I don't think we're going to continue this, but what I was deciding then when you said that is that like he's going to like come back as leading some kingfishers, just like trying to stab people.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's go to the comments. We've got some viewers here. Woo! We've got Goom Baylor. Hello, new to the Discord. Welcome to UnPC as a spectator. Screaming in Nat 20 as long as in character, you would scream appropriately to the things that happened in the world after the Nat 20 happened. But
oh, wait a moment. We didn't have a character when we didn't have a character when I got the Nat 20.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I got out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, Chris, listen, moot court is when you pretend to do a court. It's nothing to do with loot.
I didn't understand. What is moot court? I have no idea what that is.
Moot court is, let me spell it, MOOTCORT. You know when they say the point is moot?
Yeah.
It's fake. It's not real. Moot court is
right.
like when in legal school you just pretend to do a case against each other. It's like a pretend case. It's literally role-playing that you're a lawyer in a case.
Moot court. Okay, I thought you were saying coat. For whatever reason you said that, and I put into my mind like some sort of schoolyard, like some sort of college prank thing, where it's like, hey, put on this coat or something like that. I don't know. I didn't quite understand. But moot court. Yeah. Okay. Got it. I see. I misunderstood that.
My character was like, okay, this Richard guy didn't actually go to law school. He's lying to me. But
sure, that could be a sensible interpretation. I actually liked playing all the insincere kiss-ass characters.
I was like, and then when I was in the code, I was like, dude, you can just be normal. Nobody's here. Like,
yeah. I was thinking that like I should probably introduce some sort of peer to you, like some sort of like, hey, I'm running this, but I couldn't figure out how to introduce a character with similar status. So everyone kind of kissed your ass. Let's see. So that was Goom Baylor. Plainsman, hello, Plainsman. Thanks for watching.
Which one is the nice one? Like, I gotta be more specific.
Nice one. He said that at the end of our role play. So it was just like, that was a great UnPC, I assume.
Thank you.
Initial city descriptions: good spice, clay, and birds. Simple hit all the points. Thank you.
And stinky water because those.
Yeah, sure. We didn't go into that part. Watersport was an interesting otter. Pompous, saber swinging, making promises, breaking them with loopholes.
Okay, to be fair, he's not actually pompous. He pretends to be pompous to puff himself up, but in reality, he's like, hey, it's a roll, fuck off. And he's not breaking promises. He's making promises and keeping them and understanding the value of them with loopholes.
Right, yeah. Valor Blaster's interpretation may be different than yours of what the character was doing. Let me do this.
Roll the sleeves ball.
Yeah. Interesting otter, pompous. Couldn't tell if he cared about the case system or was using Animal Farm tactics. So during this, during this part, I was also thinking of the book Things Fall Apart. That's like a common high school reading. It's about colonialism in Africa, and like they have their own tribal case systems. And one thing that happened was that the untouchables were a huge resource for the colonizers, because it was like, yeah, we're going to upend this tribal case system and you're going to be fine. You're not going to be an untouchable anymore. It's like, so like attracting that. So I wanted to eventually play with that concept, but obviously it was a short episode, so
Did he really care? Yeah, to some extent, but he's also like, look, I need to get things going around here, and the best way to do it is to stop this thing that I think is stupid AF.
yep. It was funny when the evil giggle and his yes, I absolutely. Of course, if you're a toady character and your boss laughs, you better laugh too because it's funny. The Gooma buys. Sequester. That's excellent.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Sequest, but it's also sequester, which is legally collapsed.
Good job.
Thank you.
Goom Baylor. So yes, that was fantastic. Let's go ahead and do the wrap up. Where is it? So we get to replace both of these.
Yeah. Also, it said politics on the thing, but I mean, politic drama, Game of Thrones, but we kind of did the politics that the Game of Thrones characters would do when they're not in the key scenes, because
sure. Well, how, what would you have preferred? Because I tried to set up kind of like negotiations and like stuff like that. So I was kind of trying to do Game of Thrones, but it was
very
like
difficult to do Game of Thrones in an RPG unless you have a specific crisis with a bunch of people. It's like going to a live action RPG in a convention where there's no dice. You just gotta coordinate with each other and make deals. But I can't.
Yeah, I was so. Your character was great. I loved it.
Thank you.
I will say that you kind of made yourself like the highest status king. Makes it, I feel, kind of like difficult to do maneuvering a little bit, like to have like drama, because you're the boss. You walk around, nobody's going to be honest to you. In my mind, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the prince was honest to me because he was the closest thing I had to appear, but he was just in a very, very bad position.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, do you have any things that you want to replace when it comes to tone or themes?
You ever saw that movie, The Man Who Would Be King, with Sean Connery and Michael Caine?
No, I haven't seen it, but you can describe it to me, and we'll put it in.
It's about two British soldiers in British India who want to go to a country in the middle of nowhere, in India, Kafiristan, which is very remote. Go there with rifles, train a local village to be a militia, take all the gold they can from that place, get out. But on the way, something happens and whatever. But High Adventure, that's the name for it. Like, think Rudyard Kipling.
High Adventure.
Rudyard Kipling. No, it doesn't have to be in India.
Right. But in like, is it important that it's like in a foreign land that's kind of like ripe for the taking?
Honestly, I think it would be better to just like High Adventure / Rudyard Kipling.
Cool. Yeah, sure, Kipling.
Yeah, like there's any other Kipling.
Yeah. I don't know any other Kiplings.
I mean, we did Red. That was such a weird combination.
I thought it was great. That's why I wanted to do. That's actually one thing that I wanted to do, which was having kind of like a racial historical conflict drama. So that was
oddly enough, racism wasn't as much of an issue in it, for at least for the authors, because you would expect that to be. And they're like, no, we don't give a shit. Just make money, asshole.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the kind of like when I say kind of like racism, I mean just kind of like having people from different kind of like
like elves, dwarves, humans,
sure,
and stuff. That type of race or whatever.
Let's see
another setting.
So let me do one. Let's see. Let me think. What have I been interested in lately? Do we have Drifters, Wilderness, Isekai, Cyberpunk, within simulated universe? I already have Star Trek. I was about to say something Star Trek related. Let me think a little bit more. Okay, let's do fur trappers.
Thursday?
So this is going to be like 1790. Yeah, fur trappers in like the 1790s in the United States, or like the territories around the United States. So like French and Indian War, stuff like that. So like set in that kind of like, basically kind of like industrious wilderness adventures. So it's like we got these furs down the river, and then like that's gonna be 60 silver dollars. What was that movie with Leo DiCaprio?
The Revenant.
The Revenant, yeah.
I don't know. Just I mean, you could make that in Argentina too. Facundo. That's like the national book of Argentina, which is essentially that.
The Kundo. What is
Facundo.
that? Secundo.
Facundo.
Facundo.
Yeah, no, it sounds funny to us, but it's an actual name. Facundo. Not a football player. He's named after it.
Okay. Facundo book. I'll look it up. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Hudson Bay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a synonym.
What's Hudson Bay?
That's I know, but it's related to fur trappers in the 1790s. So it's something to do with that. I think they shipped out, furs and stuff. I don't actually know the precise thing that Plainsman is talking about, but I'm sure he'll inform us. Okay, and that.
Some of these combinations just can't work, by the way. Just to let you know. Like,
hey, listen, if you cheat a little bit, they work. We did time traveling cooks, me and Pancake, and it worked.
Time traveling cooks.
Yes, it was restaurant and then like time travel.
Was it like Doctor Who? No, Doctor Who and time traveling cooks doesn't work because who the hell would want to eat British food?
No, yeah. So what we did was we were people that throughout history that were abducted by aliens to get a Earth-themed restaurant across history, and then that was like the premise. So that was, we can make everything work, and part of it is it's an ultimate no prep challenge. So a lot of things are fucking hard as shit. Anyway, this has been Ultimate No Prep Challenge. Thank you so much, Valor Blaster, aka
Leo Cloud.
Theo Cloud.
Leo
Cloud. Yes.
Yeah.
If you want, you can go ahead and link anything that you want to link or do a shout out. You have any shout outs do you want to do?
Yeah, me.
Yes.
This is my YouTube channel. Why can't I find my own YouTube channel? What the flip?
I know how it is. I always have to click around.
Come on, YouTube. What the? It's me. Like, why do?
You have to go through a bunch of menus to find it, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just gonna. This. There we go. It's me.
All right. This is. I'm going to post it in the live chat. Do you want me to bring it up on screen briefly?
Yes. It's Charis like charisma.
All right. Zaris?
Charis like charisma.
Charis.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
charisma. Just remember, X is like she hates, and holy shit, my hair was bad then.
Don't
that's
worry about it. Looks fine.
Geez, that looked
Expressive.
awful.
We got some videos. Hey, listen, we're not here for the beauty contest, all right? We're role players. We protect.
Yeah, I just every time I look at myself, I'm like, geez, I should have gotten a fucking haircut.
Don't worry about it.
Worry about it.
Okay.
I'm vain.
There we go. There's nothing wrong with that. That is Karis Games. Thank you so much for all the viewers. Have a great day.
Subscribe to my channel and his.
Do it. Do it.
Like. If you like, I can make a trade deal with you.
There we go. Trade likes with this guy. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.